schedule.
Kind of an obvious question, but just what will it do having him back in the lineup for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, this guy hit third or fourth for us for all year last year. So you're putting one of your core offensive players back in the lineup.
The pitching matchup next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Spiegel and Holmes, great Cubs guests, and more on your way home, 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
The spring sales event is on at Scott Levy's Rosen Hyundai of Kenosha and Algonquin. Lease a 26 Kona SE for just $159 a month or 26 Elantra SE for only $198. Shop Kenosha, Algonquin, or buyrosen.com. 24-month lease up to $34.99 due 7,500 miles a year. Excludes first payment, taxes and fees. See dealer for details and 4/30/26.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $600 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $600 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through June 30th, 2026.
Chicagoland, is your garage floor striking out? Cracks, stains, peeling coatings? Step up to the plate with Torque Coatings. One-day install, no subcontractors, just our all-star team. Visit torqcoatings.com. Torque Coatings. Knock your floor out of the park.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
If you own a small business, the pressure never lets up. Something's always coming at you. That's why business owners turn to LendSeek for funding.
I don't need promises. I need options. LendSeek's AI platform showed me real funding choices. Now I can cover payroll, handle taxes, and go after growth opportunities without the daily stress.
Up to $5 million with funding in as fast as 24 hours. No upfront costs. No prepayment penalties. Start ready, stay ready. LendSeek.com. LENDSEEK.com.
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Cubs at Tampa Bay, the finale of a 3-game set. Who Are You Banking On is sponsored by Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Moises Ballesteros, who had 2 hits and 3 RBIs last night, including his first home run of the season. The pitching matchup is sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Colin Ray gets the ball for the Cubs, making his first start of the season after 2 relief appearances. He's got a 4.26 ERA and 1 save. Ray taking over for the injured Cade Horton in the rotation, just like he did last year when Justin Steele went down and needed elbow surgery. Right-hander Joe Boyle is on the mound for the Rays. He's a 26-year-old, 2 starts this season, a 3.18 ERA, including 2 earned runs on 4 hits in 5 1/3 last Friday in Minnesota, a no decision. It's time for baseball at Tropicana Field. Cubs, Rays, packed, Ron, next on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk to start your day. Mully and Hawk, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Hey, baseball fans, step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports brings you player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com.
The time to refresh your interior space is now. FinishingChicago.com has the industry experts in glass systems, drywall finishing, wall covering, commercial painting, and signage. Whether it's a hotel lobby or a corporate workspace, first impressions matter. Now more than ever, people expect spaces that feel refreshing, thoughtful, and aligned with how they live and work. Make the most of your space by utilizing Finishing Chicago contractors. For a great finish, start with FinishingChicago.com.
Hey fans, why does flying Southwest Airlines from Chicago just make sense? Reliable, flexible, enjoyable. We're full of ibbles and obbles and proud of it.
Hey, Cubs fans, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer here. This Cubs season, listen to the Cubs in crystal clear FM quality on 104.3 The Score.
It's got a chance! Gone! Pete Crow Armstrong with a long home run.
Imagine listening to all the action on FM. Cubs baseball has never sounded this good. Listen to every game on your home of the Cubs. 104.3 The Score.
Presented by the official sports book of The Score. Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fee.
This broadcast is presented by Bet365, where winning is everything. Download the Bet365 app and lock in your picks before the game begins. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in select states only.
And now, Odyssey and 104.3 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs radio network.
Gone! 3-run homer. Ian Happ is going to be gone. 3-run homer, Pete Crow Armstrong. And Bush drives one in the air. This ball's got a chance. Gone! This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on The Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by the Volvo XC90, Biddy's Beverage Depot, Benjamin Moore, Grand Appliance, James Hardy Building Products, Laturo Tire, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, Old National Bank, Sea Glass Wine, Sloan, Southwest Airlines, Xfinity, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Tropicana Field in Tampa, Florida. It's time for the third and final game of this series between the Chicago Cubs and the Tampa Bay Rays. Good evening, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting, playing indoors for the third straight game. Each team with a victory so far. Tampa winning their home opener on Monday 6-4. Cubs came back to clobber Tampa last night 9-2. So the third and decisive game is right in front of us. Right-handers will start for their respective teams. Colin Ray going for the Cubs, and Joel Boyle, a big, tall, 6', 8" right-hander, is starting for Tampa. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for tonight's game, brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Leading off for the Cubs tonight and playing second base, Nico Horner. Michael Bush at first base. Alex Bregman is batting third and playing third. Pete Crow Armstrong in center. Batting fifth and catching, Carson Kelly. Moises Ballesteros is the designated hitter. Batting seventh at shortstop for the Cubs, Dansby Swanson. Michael Conforto is in left field. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Matt Shaw. Those are the Cubs. Here are the Rays. Yandy Diaz leads off as the designated hitter. Jonathan Aranda at first base. Jake Fraley is the right fielder. Batting fourth, the slugger, third baseman Junior Caminero. Chandler Simpson in left. Hunter Fiducia is catching and batting seventh. Johnny DeLuca in center, and Taylor Walls is batting ninth. Walls to play shortstop. The umpires for this ball game tonight, Chad Whitson will call balls and strikes. Bill Miller working at first, Brian Walsh at second, and Chad Fairchild is the third base umpire. The announcement of the umpire sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Game time temperature, a 68-degree figure is what we have been told. Of course, this is a domed stadium, Tropicana Field, indoors. Game time temperature, nonetheless, sponsored by Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. Plenty of Cub fans here. If the Cubs win, they can do two things. They can win this series, and they can split a 6-game road trip that started in Cleveland. We'll be back to get it underway. The Cubs are in Tampa right after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Listen for the great Cubs guests all season long on 104.3 The Score, the official radio home of the Cubs.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
It's game time. That makes perfect time for a flight by Yingling. At just 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and packed with flavor, Flight is the next generation light beer, the oldest brewery in America. Look for Flight wherever you buy beer. And Patrick, as you just said in the open, the Cubs with a victory today can split this road trip and really kind of get themselves back on track as far as the wins and losses. And boy, the offense got on track yesterday along with the sod. Boy, you'd like to just keep rolling with that also.
Tony, I think the old-fashioned formula that still applies today would be, if you want to be a contending team, win on the average 2 out of 3 on all of your home games. On the average, you're not going to win all of them, obviously, but you occasionally can sweep, and you take 2 out of 3 on the average at home, and you split your road games. That has always been a formula for a successful year.
Yeah. If you do that, you're playing in October. Every team that does that, they're going to play in October, and that's what the Cubs. This team is built to be a playoff team and a team that wants to play deep in October, and they played like it last night.
Offense came to life in a big way. 9 runs on 16 Cubs hits last night. We are ready for baseball as Nico Horner steps in. We thank you for joining us. The leadoff man is presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. Boyle, the big right-hander, always works from the stretch, and he fires down low, and away we go. Benny's Beverage Depot sponsors the leadoff man. If Nico gets a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. And there's a strike in the count, 1-1. Ron, if you were still in that Cubs lineup, what would be your approach against Joe Boyle?
Here in this first go-around, I would be very patient. He has big walk numbers, he has issues throwing strikes at times.
Nico chops it foul, 1-2.
He's got a big arm. He's going to throw really hard. He's, in that high 90s range, 97 or so, 98 even. But the pitch he has the best command of is the slider. He'll throw the slider probably more so when he needs a strike than the fastball.
Let's see if he throws one of those right now. The pitch to Nico, fouled away. It was a breaking ball. Cubs wearing their traveling uniforms, Ron. The dark blue shirts with red numbers on their backs, the gray trousers, blue hats and helmets, blue sleeves and socks. Now Boyle delivers, fouled away. Nico making the pitcher work hard to the very first batter in the game. That's one of the jobs of a leadoff man. Make him work.
And Nico had a good swing at that high fastball.
Horner has 4 RBIs for the year. Actually, 4 RBIs in this series. He drives one in the air. Deep left field. It's got a chance. Gone. Nico Horner with a homer to left. Cubs lead 1-0. Now that's the way to start a ball game.
Did we say something about you'd like to continue what happened yesterday? I think Nico just did. He got a breaking ball, and that's that slider we're talking about. Not having great command and just spinning it in there and trying to throw it for a strike. This one hangs, and it's center cut about belt high, and Nico hammers this ball to left field to start the game off with a home run.
His first of the year, his 8th run batted in. He leads the Cubs in RBIs, by the way. And the Cubs have an immediate 1-0 lead. Nico drives in his 5th run in the series and his 8th of the year. And here's Michael Busch. And he'll hit a ground ball slowly toward the middle. Near second is the shortstop Walls to make the pickup and the throw to first in time. But, Ron, we saw so many Cub fans last night thinking about the ovation, for example, when Javier Assad left the game after his great pitching performance, and I sensed it again on Nico's home run.
Well, there's no doubt. I spent a lot of time in this area in the off season, and there are a ton of Chicagoans here in this area, and a boatload of Cub fans have showed up here for this series. I mean, yesterday, I really thought it was 2-1 Cub fans.
Seemed like that at least.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Bregman takes a strike. Alex enjoyed a 3-hit ball game last night. He will take a fastball inside. It's 1-1. 4th career leadoff home run for Nico Horner. Thanks to Zach Zaidman for that note. Gave you the uniform descriptions of the Cubs. Tampa in their home whites. White shirts and trousers, navy blue hats, numbers, sleeves, and socks. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Dribbler foul by Bregman. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore.
First inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Bregman hitting 200 for the year. Swings and misses. Tried to check on a breaking ball, and down he goes. Thinking about the leadoff home run when you're the visiting team, it's obviously a great moment for Nico Horner, but I think it's also a good moment for your team's starting pitcher. In this case, Colin Ray. He feels like, okay, I can settle down. I've already got a 1-run lead before I throw my first pitch.
Yeah, he's taking the mound with the lead for sure.
Swinging a foul back right near our booth off the bat of Pete Crow Armstrong.
Right next to us.
Ron Coomer made a valiant effort. I almost said a diving effort, but I wouldn't advise diving from where we are right
now.
here.
No, it's a long drop. I can tell you that.
0-1. And it's in there for a strike. Now, as a big league ball player, you were being compensated. There would be no extra pay for a diving try here, Ron.
Yeah. Can you call Mitch Rosen on that? Can we put
Now the 0-2 pitch on the way to Pete Crow Armstrong. Strike 3 call. But a leadoff home run by Nico Horner gets the Cubs off and running. At the end of a half inning, Cubs 1, Tampa coming up. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Coom here. Baseball's been around a long time, since the 1800s, when pitchers threw underhand. You know what's been around even longer? Yuengling. Yuengling started brewing in 1829. People were drinking a cold Yuengling before baseball even existed. No box scores, no seventh inning stretches, just great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So next time you're at a ballpark, grab a Yuengling Traditional Lager, because just like baseball, legends stand the test of time. Yuengling is proud to be the official beer of the Cubs Radio Network.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed, yeah. AKA, you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Xfinity tech support. I can't get Jurassic Park back online without... But no worries. Our Wi-Fi boosted mobile keeps you connected in all kinds of places.
Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Watch Jurassic Park with Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Xfinity internet required. Savings comparison based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026. Taxes, fees, extra.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Yandy Diaz first up against right-hander Colin Ray. Colin has made 2 relief appearances, this being his first start of the year. Quiet, tall, very friendly right-hander Colin Ray, 6'5", 220 pounds. First pitch missed. Here comes the 1-0. It's in there for a strike. What are some of the keys for Colin Ray against the Rays today?
Well, I think first and foremost, it's command. And when Colin has great command on either corner of the plate with all his pitches, he is very tough to hit.
Fly ball by Diaz to shallow right. Routine for Shaw. 1 down, Ron.
And part of that is, because he does a very good job of the back and forth of speed. Yeah? He throws hard enough, like at 94 to 95 mile an hour fastball. And then when he backs pitches up, whether it be the change or that last breaking ball, when he stays out of the middle of the plate, he's very difficult.
Both of his appearances have been in relief. A 3-inning stint against the Angels and a 3 1/3 outing against Cleveland. Colin Ray.
I feel like a Bosch prediction brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like a Bosch prediction is...
Nico hit a Bosch over the left field wall.
And there's your prediction, Pat. Nico just Bosch.
0-2 on Jonathan Aranda.
Now, have you ever Bosched before?
Not that I know of. I could have, unwittingly.
Got it.
Fastball is taken high. If you could explain, perhaps in a little bit of detail, exactly what Bosching would entail.
Zach, go ahead.
It's using Bosch Power Tools.
There you go.
Here's the pitch on the way, fouled away, off to the left out of play. Aranda, 3 for 8 in this series with a home run. These 2 teams have identical records of 5 wins and 6 losses. Check swing, it's low for a ball. No game tomorrow. Cubs are off. The Pirates will be at Wrigley all weekend long. 3-day games starting at 1:20 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Go to Cubs.com for ticket info. Fly ball off the bat of Aranda down the left field side, foul and out of play.
Pretty good 4-seamer by Ray so far in the game. 94 miles an hour. Speed gun as always. Powered by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Aranda has some power. We saw him hit a home run in game 1. He hits a sharp ground ball into left center field, a base hit. The shortstop, Swanson, was over near second, and he hit it in that big hole between third and short. It's a 1-out single, and the batter, Jake Fraley. Cubs lead 1-0 first inning.
Yeah, Aranda gets on top of this high fastball and just, when that ball's first hit, you think that's right at the shortstop. But in today's game, with all the shifting that goes on, that ends up being a hole in the diamond.
Fraley takes the fastball high from Colin Ray.
Defensive alignment sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com as we're talking about defensive alignments by the shortstop and third baseman.
Colin making his first start in this ballpark in his career. It's his first start overall this season anywhere. He did some very good work a year ago for the Cubs. Colin Ray. This pitch swung on and missed. Threw it right by Jake Fraley. And that runs the count to 1-1. I think it might surprise some people that on the entire Cubs pitching staff a year ago, Colin Ray was second in innings pitched with 159. Many of that was long relief. He did make some starts. Swing and a miss. And that is strike three, and Jake Fraley is out on strikes. The only pitcher on the staff that threw more innings than Colin Ray last year was Matthew Boyd at 179. Ray was second, then Shota Imanaga third, Jamison Tyone fourth, and Cade Horton fifth. 2 down, a man at first. Cubs lead 1-0. Junior Caminero hits a high pop fly. It's going to be playable. Foul territory, third base side for Kelly. He's got it. And that ends the inning. By the way, strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. Those are always a very good feeling for a pitcher to have. And it's a good feeling for a broadcaster to find the strikeout read. And here it is. They're brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. No runs on a hit. 1 left and 1 strikeout read. We go to the second inning. Cubs 1, Tampa nothing. This is the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
Hearing vital organs would be temporarily removed to reach my cancer had me speechless. I'm Jessica, and my team at Northwestern Memorial Hospital coordinated a complex surgery to save my life.
Nationally ranked for cancer by U.S. News and World Report, Jessica's team temporarily removed her liver and kidney to reach the tumor, replace the damaged vein, and eliminate the cancer in her heart.
My team stopped at nothing, and now nothing can stop me.
Northwestern Medicine. Better.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Joel Got Wines is a true all-American classic and the go-to wine for America's favorite pastime. Since 1996, Joel has selected the best vineyards in California to craft balanced, approachable, and food-friendly wines. Whether it's a classic Chicago dog or Italian beef sandwich, Joel Got is the perfect pairing for any ballpark staple. Whether you're watching at Wrigley Field or at home, look for Joel Got Wines in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Joel Got Wines, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs.
At Consumers Credit Union, you're more than an account number. They put the focus on you. Partner with the people in your corner today at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Carson Kelly, Cubs right-handed batting catcher, leads off this second inning. Hits a line drive, soft liner to second, caught by Williamson at the shoe tops. He wasn't sure that he caught it. He went ahead and threw it to first. He thought he might have trapped the ball. It was a softly hit line drive right over the pitcher Boyle's head, the second baseman near the bag. Williamson made the catch, and that's out number 1. And here's Moises Ballesteros.
And that's the second jam shot that Boyle has gotten in this game. So he said he's a great big guy, 6'8", and throws hard and a little on the erratic side. And every now and then he'll buzz one inside, and he's just tough to square up sometimes.
Ballesteros had a home run in last night's game, his first of the year. Sometimes once you get that first one run, the next several come rather quickly. He's going to hit some home runs. He's a big kid.
Yeah, great swing. Yeah, absolutely. He's got power to all fields.
He lines one right to the shortstop walls. Nothing you can do about that.
That ball was absolutely smoked back through the middle, right at Walls, though, unfortunately. Second innings brought to you by Seaglass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time.
2 down, nobody on. Cubs lead 1-0. Nico Horner led off the game with a home run. And here's Dansby Swanson. Dansby 2 for 8 in this series. And he'll hit a ground ball wide of third to his left. Caminero gloves it. He's got a good arm, and he throws to first in time. Cubs make decent contact, but couldn't get a hit. 1-2-3 for Boyle at the end of 1.5 the score. Cubs 1, Tampa 0 on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering every Cubs game all season long. Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
For 120 years, innovation has been at the heart of Sloan, and fans can experience it firsthand at Wrigley Field. From trusted restroom solutions to bottle fillers delivering clean drinking water, Sloan supports Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at sloan.com.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Right now, for a limited time, lease the Hyundai Kona for only $179 a month. See your local Hyundai dealer or visit HyundaiUSA.com today. Offers end April 30th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Need another reason to cheer for the Cubs? Benny's goes to the Dogs. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to Chicagoland Service Dog Charities. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs.
Hey, baseball fans, step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports brings you player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit benjaminmoore.com today.
On Saturday, April 18th, the Cubs take on the Mets at 1:20 in the afternoon. The first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a Ron Santo bobblehead presented by Reynolds. Don't miss this moment. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. Huh?
All right, Zach, thank you. Here's a good pitch by Ray in on the hands of Chandler Simpson, and he hits a harmless ground ball to second base. Horner up with it, throws him out. One pitch, one away. Cubs lead 1-0 second inning, and the batter is Ben Williamson.
Now, I want to say, going into this inning, Zach, you did the read. I've never heard you get the lead into Bruce Springsteen song and the commercial. That was pretty impressive.
This is going to be a good night.
Yeah. You're on roll already.
Now, I should have been able to hear. I'm a huge fan of The Boss myself. What tune was it?
Born to Run.
Don't have to get angry. You can just tell me.
I thought Zach was going to pipe in, but he decided not to.
Williamson will
He
take a
just
strike.
looked at me like I had two heads. I was like, okay.
Still thinking about Ron Santo's bobblehead.
Yeah.
I remember when his first one came out, he was working with me. He had your job. And I said, Ronnie, tell me about the bobblehead experience. He said, well, it was a little annoying. I had to sit there and rattle my head for 30 minutes while they were doing it. He got over it.
Yeah.
Sort of. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Chopped slowly to a charging Bregman at third. Gloves it. Running throw to first to get him. Nice play. 2 down. Cubs lead 1-0. Let's pause 10 seconds right here for station ID. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network. WSCR, WSCR FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Hunter Fiducia, the batter, left-handed hitting catcher, takes outside. Cubs got a run right away on Nico Horner's leadoff home run. It remains 1-0 here in the second. Fiducia fouls it back. One thing I've always liked about Colin Ray, he does not waste a lot of time. He gets the ball, he's ready to get his target, and his sign, and he goes right back to work.
Yeah, he does. He always seems to me he's got a great plan. He knows exactly what he's trying to do. Let's get the ball and let's get it accomplished.
Swinging a foul back, 1-2.
The other thing about Colin, Pat, that stands out to me, he had that reputation, that he wasn't a real hard thrower. He's throwing in mid 90s. I mean, he's 94, 95 with that fastball.
Just a little bit inside with a fastball, 2-2.
I thought Carson Kelly might challenge that one. It must have been just inside off the plate.
Yeah, the big, strong right-hander, Colin Ray, fires again. This ball is hit in the air to left. Back goes Conforto with a play, makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning. It's on to inning number 3. Cubs lead 1-0 over Tampa on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering every Cubs game all season long, Rahimi Harrison Grody, middays 10-2 on 104.3 The Score.
Corn isn't just grown here, it works here. Illinois corn is a real heavy hitter, leading the nation in output and driving a $148 billion economic impact statewide. From jobs and products to opportunities in communities across Illinois, corn keeps our economy moving season after season. From first pitch to the final out, corn delivers for Illinois. Learn more about our homegrown economy made possible with corn at watchusgrow.org/corn.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Welcome back to the red carpet. It's award season. Look who's here.
Hi, we're ABOC, a leading business bank founded over 100 years ago in Chicago.
That's glamorous. Why are you here tonight?
ABOC was named one of Newsweek's America's Best Regional Banks for 2026.
So you're a winner.
Well, the real winner is our customers. Businesses and over 200 labor unions trust our expert teams for cash management, investments, and loans.
Learn more at aboc.com.
Banking built on a foundation of trust.
And awards.
Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hey fans, why does flying Southwest Airlines from Chicago just make sense? Reliable, flexible, enjoyable. We're full of ibbles and obbles and proud of it.
Michael Conforto is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is sponsored by Timber Tech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com.
Michael Conforto had a big game last night, reaching base 4 times, scoring twice. He will lead off this third inning with the Cubs leading 1-0 and take outside for a ball. He had 2 singles and 2 walks, drove in a run, and as I said, scored a run in that number 8 spot. And right now he'd like to crank up a Cubs rally in the third with Matt Shaw to follow and then Nico Horner. We're going to be playing the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, here's a swing and a smash to second. Nice play by Williamson on the short hop. Picks it up and throws to first in time. Not an easy play. That short hop and that soft line drive right in front of the second baseman.
Yeah, that ball hit by Conforto had top spin on it. And that first hop, boy, is going to jump on you. But Williamson kind of smothered that ball, made a nice play.
Matt Shaw in the 9 spot also was a good contributor last night. He had a single and a double and drove in a run. Every team is going to have guys get little nicks and bruises and pulled muscles and hamstrings and sore backs and shoulders, and they're going to need a day off. You need to have guys on the bench that can fill in and fill in adequately.
Yep, absolutely.
Shaw hitting .250 on the young season. Cubs lead 1-0. Nico Horner led off the game with a home run to left. Boyle's pitch inside, backing Shaw away, 3-0. The crowd reacting, but there's no way he's trying to hit him on a 2-0 pitch, not in this spot.
No, Boyle just, he just has a hard time, throwing strikes. And every now and then he'll uncork a couple wild ones, and that one just got away from him.
This one is high and inside. That's ball 4. 1 out, 1 on. Back to the top of the order for Nico Horner. Nico cracked a home run, his first of the year.
Nico hit a hanging breaking ball and hit a bullet to the seats and left.
At first is Shaw. Nico waits. Shaw not running, and Nico takes a strike. Walks to Cubs batters. A reminder, it's not a game. Illinois.com. A walk is free. A DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Third inning brought to you by Consumers Credit Union. People in your corner who stand up for you wherever you go. Consumers Credit Union.
Nico takes upstairs for a ball.
See, and here's where you see Boyle now. He's had 3 misses in a row, way up and into the right-handed hitter. That last pitch, not in so much, but definitely above the shoulders of Nico.
The 1-1 instead of tossed to first. Last night's attendance, 21,000 plus. 25,000 were here for the home opener on Monday. And it's time for us to make the picks in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. The next delivery fouled away. Would it be okay to just guess all twos? 22,222. I put an awful lot of thought into that guess. I want you guys to know.
Did you ponder that in the room today?
I pondered and then pondered again after.
Oh, wow. Double ponder.
Hit and run, fly ball to right. Shaw at third has to hustle back to first. The throw goes to first, not in time. Good hustle by Shaw. Fraley, the right fielder, apparently was not aware that he had a chance for a double play. He was kind of casual about throwing that ball to first. I thought he had a chance to double him up.
I did too. He really didn't come through this ball. He caught it and then looks back at first. If he kind of catches this ball running forward, he might have got unloaded a little better throw, but that did not happen.
Good hustle by Matt Shaw. Here's Michael Bush.
We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
You almost like to see good hustle pay off in a dividend. Let's see if Bush now can get a hold of one. Here's the pitch on the way. Low for a ball. Good hustle is good karma in baseball.
Well, you know, if everybody in your lineup is hustling everywhere they're supposed to be, you never give up. Like you always have the chance on the bases to get the extra 90 feet. You always end up being in the right position when a play happens that you could take advantage of it, and that's what you want.
Bush takes outside, 2-1 on Michael. Bush without a hit in this series. That's a little misleading because he's hit the ball hard several times, just hasn't been able to get one to fall in. He's wearing the red batting gloves. The runner goes. The pitch low and away. Throw to second base. It is going to be in time. Shaw out on a head-first slide. Close play, but they got him. And the inning comes to an end. Craig Counsell deliberating, and we are not going to see a challenge. So the inning is over. No runs, no hits, none left. Middle of inning number 3. Cubs 1, Tampa nothing on the score. And the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, everybody, this is Matt Spiegel. Now's the time, with the weather warming up, to complete that painting project that you've been putting off. CertaPro Painters provided a free estimate to me quickly and at the right price. Make sure you ask about their spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
I've tried everything to stand out at work. Donuts, a company coffee blend, even dressed as the company mascot for Halloween.
There's an easier way, a ComEd facility assessment. Their engineer gave my company free insights and actions that saved us $732,000 on energy. Easy, right?
Learn how ComEd can help you save at ComEd.com/facility assessment. ComEd, powering lives. Savings will vary based on customers' usage and rate.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, and the lowest prices every day on top brands like Electrolux, Frigidaire, and more. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
Bottom three here in St. Petersburg. The Cubs with a 1-0 lead over the Rays. 72 degrees indoors at Tropicana Field. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees. Pat?
Johnny DeLuca is up, Zach. Thank you for that update. DeLuca taking outside, 1-1 on Johnny. Taylor Walls on deck, and then Yandy Diaz. DeLuca hits a looper into shallow left, a base hit. He hit a curveball and looped it out into left in front of Conforto. It's a leadoff single for Johnny DeLuca. Second hit for Tampa.
Hitters can do, even though the pitch is in a good location. If they're right on time and they stay through the ball, they can still, get yourself a base hit. That's exactly what DeLuca did.
Shallow at third, Bregman. Here's a swing and a miss by the left-handed batting Walls and a good fastball by Colin Ray. Again, Ray starting a game in this ballpark for the first time ever. And it's his first start for the Cubs this season. Quick throw to first. Not in time. The umpire, Bill Miller, he thought he was going to get nailed, so he was actually doing a little shuffle step to his right very quickly, I might add.
Billy's still quick on his feet.
Sort of. One of the quicker moves we've seen him make in recent years. The lead at first by DeLuca. The pitch gets high. 1-1. Nobody out and a man at first. Well, looking forward to the day off tomorrow in Chicago. The Pirates will come calling on Friday. Low and inside for a ball. The Pirates have a brand new phenom. I was reading about shortstop Connor Griffin. He's a rookie. He just signed a 9-year contract worth $140 million. So the Pirates bought out basically his first 3 years of free agency with that deal. 19 years old. The runner goes, the pitch low, throw to second. He's going to be safe. The Cubs might want to challenge it. Beautiful throw by Kelly right on the bag. Dansby Swanson thought they had him. Let's see if the Cubs are going to challenge.
Dansby goes up in front of the bag just a touch to catch this ball.
Okay.
And they are not going to challenge. I think the throw might have been a little bit. The ball beats him to the bag, but I think the throw is a little bit on the shortstop side. And Dansby with that swing tag just didn't quite get there quick enough. Stolen base for DeLuca.
Bench coach Ryan Flaherty was on the telephone with the guys in the clubhouse who watch the replay immediately after a play like that unfolds. Here's a bouncing ball to first. Gloving it is Bush. Underhand feed to Ray on the play. DeLuca goes to third with only one down. Cubs lead of 1-0 in jeopardy now as the DH is coming up. Wandy Diaz.
Well, that's, good old-fashioned baseball. You get a man to second, nobody out. You hook the ground ball if you're left-handed and get him to third. And I'll see if Colin Ray can do the job and keep him there.
Yandy Diaz will take outside for ball one.
Pat, we got to make our attendance guesses. I'm going to guess 20 21,000 flat.
Again, the infield in all the way around. Diaz, a right-handed batter. Look out, he gets hit by a pitch up and in. It got him near the left hand area. He's walking off some pain. And he is going to take his base. Trainer and manager Kevin Cash out to take a look at Yandy Diaz. Thought I saw it hit him in the back of the hand.
Yeah, I think
his
so.
left hand, I believe,
Yeah,
Ron.
I think that's correct, yeah.
There's
Diaz.
a fastball up and in. Here it is.
Diaz saying he's okay. Trainer and the manager going back. Yep, catches him right below the knuckle of the fourth finger and his pinky. And kind of a glancing blow, but it's glancing from here. When you get hit with the 94-mile-an-hour fastball in the hand, there's nothing glancing about it.
First and third, one away. Jonathan Aranda, the batter, swings and misses. Ray could really use a strikeout. Better yet, a double play ball right about now. With men at first and third and one down.
Aranda is susceptible to the double play.
Infield back. Ray fires. Swinging a fly ball to left. It's deep enough to drive in the run. Conforto makes the catch. The throw goes to second. Tagging and scoring is Johnny DeLuca. And it's a 1-1 ball game. Opposite field fly ball by Jonathan Aranda. Gets his 11th RBI. And the game is tied 1-1. And Jake Fraley coming up.
That's just good old-fashioned baseball. That's man gets the first, he steals second. You knock him over to third by giving up your at-bat, and then a sac fly drives him in.
This is the guy you want here, Fraley. Their main home run power source, Junior Caminero, is on deck. You don't want him coming up in this inning. Game tied at 1. Fraley, a strikeout victim in the first. He'll take low and inside for a ball. Bush still holding the runner, Yandy Diaz, at first. Cubs got their run on a leadoff home run by Nico Horner in the first. This ball is fouled away. This will be the final meeting between these two teams this season. New schedule that's been out for a few years now. You play every team in the other league one series. Unless it's like the White Sox and Cubs, Dodgers and Angels. They'll play their traditional 2 series in each park, 1 in each park. But last year, Tampa played at Wrigley, and this year the Cubs are here in Florida. Now the 3-1 from Colin Ray. And Fraley hits it foul and out of play. I kind of have mixed feelings about the new schedule, Ron. I kind of got used to the old schedule we used to have with a heavy emphasis on division games. I'll be honest, I like that, to be honest with you.
No doubt about it. Yep.
The 3-2 pitch, low and inside. He walked him, very close pitch. And now you got your work cut out for you. You're facing the most damaging home run slugger on the team and one of the best sluggers in all of baseball, to be honest, Junior Caminero. And Tommy Hotovey's going to go out and discuss exactly how to work to Caminero right now.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. This is all about scouting report and understanding, with the guy on deck, Simpson, definitely not the same kind of threat that Caminero is. So, what do you do here, right? I mean, the last thing you want to do is make a mistake in the middle of the plate. Caminero, we were watching him take batting practice. I will say this. He hits the ball as far in batting practice as anybody in baseball. There's nobody that you'd say, well, they hit the ball much farther. He is about as strong a hitter as we've got in the game right now.
And a year ago, we documented a couple of times during the series 45 home runs. And he does not turn 23 until July. He's the real deal. Junior Caminero, the pitch. Taken high and outside for a ball. We'll get back to talking about the Pirates and their series at Wrigley a bit later. This is a big spot in this game right now. 2 outs, 2 on. 1-1 tie in the third. The 1-0 by Ray. Check swing. It's in there for a strike. He had the big man off balance.
Caminero with a big leg kick now, really trying to almost wind up and try to kill this ball. I think he's pretty susceptible right now to off-speed pitches.
Now the 1-1. Swinging a foul out of play. It's 1-2.
Another breaking ball there from Colin Ray. I'd go with same pitch. Just throw it away.
Caminero popped out to the catcher Kelly to end the first inning. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 down, tie game, third inning. And the 1-2 to Caminero. Swing and a miss. He got him on a breaking ball. Big strikeout for Colin Ray. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. Those are brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. The Rays get a run on 1 hit. No errors, 2 left. We've played 3. Cubs 1, Tampa 1. This is The Score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Molly and Hom, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
Hi, I was wondering what you could do for my small business.
Tons. Have time to talk?
Not much. We're in a 30-second radio ad.
Oh, I'll get straight to the point then. Our solutions are customized for small businesses. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Outstanding. Wow.
Yeah. So, ever been in an ad before?
Nope. How do I look?
Good. But we're on the radio, remember?
Right. Hi, Mom.
Customized small business banking from Old National Bank. Member FDIC. Get old.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty.
Wait, what?
Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel? You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Michael Busch leads off the 4th inning. Michael grounded out his first time. 1-1 tie. Decisive third game of this series. Busch bounces one foul. Bregman on deck, and then Crow Armstrong against the bespectacled right-hander Joe Boyle. Kind of a mystery to most of the Cubs. Nobody on the team with more than 4 career at-bats against Boyle. And the pitch on the way. Lifted to left, foul, out of play. Ron, thinking about number of at-bats by a hitter against a pitcher, how many at-bats did you feel like you needed before you not necessarily had a guy figured out, but at least you knew what he featured? There's a pitch low and inside for a ball, 1-2. Would it vary from pitcher to pitcher?
Yeah, it varies from pitcher to pitcher, especially, if you at least face him a few times in your, let's say in your own division, like we were talking about the scheduling. But I'd say somewhere around that 10 number, right?
Busch strikes out swinging, tried to check on a low breaking ball, and down he goes. Fourth strikeout for Joe Boyle. One away, tie game, fourth inning, the batter, Alex Bregman.
I would say nowadays, though, with so much video on everybody, even if they're a minor leaguer, you can still get video on them. You know, you really know what a guy does, then what he has. And then the key is to understanding what that team, what their plan is to try to get you out. And that's kind of a combo, right, of you know what their team is trying to do to you, and then does that pitcher have the kind of stuff to implement their game plan?
Bregman takes a strike. Alex, a 3-hit game last night. Lifted his average up to 200. Right now he wants to crank up a rally if he can. And the pitch by Boyle to Bregman is just outside. It's 2-1. But again, the Pirates will be at Wrigley all weekend long. I'm looking forward to watching Connor Griffin, their young shortstop, play, especially after that massive contract he signed. Chopper foul at the plate. $140 million for a kid who's been in the big leagues for about 10 days. 19 years old. Imagine, Ron, when you're 19, signing a deal worth $140 million. It's almost incredible.
It really is. There's no doubt about that.
Here's the drive toward deep center field. Back goes DeLuca with room near the track, makes the catch. Hard hit ball by Bregman, but it's going to be out number 2. But I was reading the comments of Pirate Chairman Bob Nutting about Connor Griffin and laying out that kind of money over that amount of time. He said it reflects our belief in Connor, also in this season's club and in the future of our generation, or rather of our organization. But now they have 2 phenoms on the one team, Paul Skeens and Connor Griffin, and you wonder if that's going to become the new trend in Major League Baseball, particularly for the smaller market teams, Ron. What do you think?
I think so. It's one way to keep your young players, around a long time. And, as you said, they bought out 3 years of free agency.
Seattle signed a minor leaguer, Colt Emerson, recently to an 8-year deal worth $95 million. Here's the pitch on the way to Pete Crow. Armstrong popped up. This ball is going to be right near home plate, foul territory, and the catcher, Fiducia, makes the catch to end the inning. Pete thought that ball might have hit the roof.
I think it did hit one of the Greg's going around, so Pete's asking what the ground rules are, and the ball stayed in play, so it stays as a catchable ball.
It's a foul out to the catcher. 3 up, 3 down, middle of inning number 4. It's the Cubs 1 and Tampa 1 on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Nico Horner. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Got big plans tonight? Make sure your post-game plan is locked in before last call comes around. Plan ahead and party on with a sober ride home at the end of the night.
Your ride is here.
Drive sober or get pulled over. It's not a game.
You're out of there, leaky store brands. When all else fails, switch to North Shore Adult Diapers. That's total lockdown protection for even the heaviest control problems. Try North Shore Adult Diapers at northshore.com today and focus on life, not leaks.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Red Sox beat the Brewers 5-0. Sonny Gray, 6 1/3 innings of scoreless baseball. He's now 2-0. Cardinals a 6-1 winner over the Nationals. Alec Burleson with 3 hits and 3 RBIs. The Padres beat the Pirates 8-2. Former Cub Nick Castellanos with a 2-run double. Pat?
Zach, thank you. We go to the bottom of inning number 4. It's a 1-1 tie. They count 2 balls and a strike on Chandler Simpson. Ben Williamson on deck, and then Hunter Fiducia. Zach will give you some more scores here in a moment. Bouncing ball slowly to Bregman, who was playing shallow. He was in guarding against a possible bunt and had a routine play, as it turned out, on that short one hopper. 1 down, and the batter now is Ben Williams.
Good pitch by Colin to get the little one-hop chopper right to Bregman. First out of the inning, that's sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Williamson takes a strike, Zach.
In the bottom of the second inning, Pat, in Miami, the Marlins lead the Reds 3-2. Top 2 in the Bronx. Yankees 2, A's nothing. Cody Bellinger, an RBI single for New York.
Here's a pitch outside. I noticed Cincinnati is a perfect 5-0 in road games so far this year. That's something that you'll feel good about if that's your team. What else, Zach?
The Guardians blast the Royals 10-2.
On the outside corner, good pitch by Ray.
Angel Martinez with
Batter
a grand
challenging
slam.
strike ball.
I believe we're going to have a challenge.
Yep. First one of the ball game today. And the pitch is wide.
Pitch with the ball. Tampa Bay retains their challenge.
So they retain their challenges. 2 balls and a strike on Ben Williamson. And the next pitch, it's outside, 3-1.
The Orioles, a 5-3 winner over the White Sox. The Rangers shut out the Mariners 3-0. Mackenzie Gore, 5 scoreless innings. He's now 2-0 with Texas. Blue Jays edged the Dodgers 4-3. Davis Schneider scoring the go-ahead run on a throwing error. The Rockies a 9-1 drubbing of the Astros. Giants beat the Phillies 5-0. Braves 8, Angels 2. Matt Olson a 2-run shot. And the Diamondbacks beat the Mets 7-2. Corbin Carroll had a 2-run double in that game. And I've got to give my guess in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game, guys.
We were just talking about that,
I know,
Zach.
and everyone's eagerly awaiting. I'm going to go 21,500.
So we are locked in. Here's a little nubber off the hands to first. Scooped up by Bush. Underhand feed to Colin Ray on the bag. And that's out number 2. Mark Miller is our engineer. He's more than welcome to join us in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. For a small fee, of course. Mark was enthusiastic until that word fee came across his ears. Tell you what, we'll waive the fee today. It's getaway day. Not sure what that has to do with anything. Here's a pitch outside to Hunter Fiducia.
ABS Challenges and Instant Replays. This ball strike challenge is sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. We had first one in this inning of the ball game.
And Mark has made his guess, 19,850.
Wow, sounds like he's got a little inside information.
Sure.
That's insider trading, Mark.
Sure does. Swing and a miss. And the count 2-1. Nice changeup on a 2-0 count. Tropicana Field. Again, the lighting greatly improved from the last time we were here. Artificial turf, naturally, it's a dome. And now the 2-1. And it's going to be a little bit low and inside. 3-1 to Fiducia.
Yeah, just about everything inside that you see is new here at Tropicana Field. that we see because of the hurricane from a couple of years ago.
Next offering outside ball 4. The catcher Fiducia gets the walk. And the batter now, Johnny DeLuca. We had 21,000 last night, 25,000 plus for the opener. This is going to be right in that 20-25 neighborhood again. And again, a lot of Cub fans in attendance for the entire series. 2 down, a man at first. Here's a high pop fly foul. A lot of room and foul ground here, but this one is out of play. The veterans on the left side, Swanson and Bregman, well aware of the massive amount of foul territory space, and they ran over just in case. DeLuca had a single and scored the Tampa run back in the 3rd inning. He gets jammed and fouls it accidentally on a check swing.
It's way up and in, and he started after the ball just kind of nicked his bat.
Looking at the best records in the big leagues, the Dodgers are 9-2. That's the best. The Yankees have the second best at 8-2. DeLuca fouls another one away. But it is a long season, and even teams that look unbeatable during stretches, they're going to take their lumps. They're going to have injuries. They're going to have slumps. They're going to run into some hot teams. You're going to have road trips that are 3 cities in length, and it gets hot in a lot of parts. Here's the ground ball to short, scooped up by Swanson, shovels to second. There's the force. That's the inning. Ray looks good. He's gone 4 innings, given up only 1 run. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. It's a 1-1 game here in Tampa on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Craig Counsell. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. Southwest Airlines here on why flying Southwest from Chicago just makes sense. The nonstops you want, the reliability you need, and an elevated experience. With free Wi-Fi for Rapid Rewards members thanks to T-Mobile, plus options for extra legroom seats. They're like a 7th inning stretch for your whole flight. Southwest Airlines, official airline of your Chicago Cubs. Visit southwest.com/airfare-types-benefits for more information. Available on Wi-Fi-enabled designated aircraft.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
At Consumers Credit Union, you're more than an account number. They put the focus on you. Partner with the people in your corner today at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Top of the 5th here at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's a 1-1 game, Cubs and Rays. Carson Kelly leading things off. Joe Boyle deals and misses low and inside with a 97-mile-per-hour sinking fastball. The count is 1-0. Nico Horner led off the game with his 4th career leadoff home run. The 1-0 is low, check swing, on appeal, no swing, says the crew chief Bill Miller at first. 2-0 now with Kelly at the plate. The Rays tied up the game in the 3rd on a sacrifice fly by Jonathan Aranda.
You're on TV, Z. There you go.
Kelly waits and looks at a strike, a slider that spins into the zone. What did we do to deserve to be on TV?
I don't know, but thanks, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
He's very happy right now.
There is no broadcast booth with better hair than the one that we've got going right now. The 2-1. Oh, it hits Kelly. He immediately dropped the bat. He's flexing. his left hand.
Yeah, that one got him in the left hand. He does have a pad on that left hand, so that's one of the positives. But, this guy's throwing 97, 98 miles an hour. And see, I know the one of Diaz was a little more on the glancing. This one, kind of. This one, I think, gets Kelly on the.
The call in the field is hit by pitch.
Yeah.
Tampa is challenging that ruling.
I think it's going to be a combination of, the hand and the knob of the bat. Like the little finger and the knob is what I think happened there.
Really tough to tell from the replay.
I can tell you by his reaction. He dropped the bat instantly and was hurting. That got him. Whether it got a piece of the bat too is another thing, but that definitely hit him.
He's taken off his shin guard. And batting gloves and elbow guard as though he's going to head to first. We're still waiting for the replay center in New York to make a decision. I don't know if there's enough evidence to overturn it.
Yeah, I would agree to that. That's kind of one of those things that, did it get some of the knob of the bat? Yes. Did it get his hand? Yes. So it's kind of a combo.
Kelly already on his way to first. Again, we have yet to get a decision from New York. Call still under review.
After review, the call in the field has been overturned.
Oh, wow.
It was not a hit by pitch. It was a foul ball. Tampa will retain their challenge.
And Kelly has to make his way back from first base to the plate. Man, that's tough. He's still shaking that left hand. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine, sponsor for manager challenges and instant replays.
I mean, I know it got part of the bat, but it also hit his hand, too. You wonder, and you even see the pad on the hand move. I mean, I don't know how you can overturn that. It's one of them, just kind of an odd.
Yeah, the reason for the delay now is Kelly has to put all the armor back on. He's got the elbow guard.
Going
he's
on,
got a hand guard. He's got two hand guards,
being a catcher.
each hand.
Yeah.
And a shin guard.
Thumb guard.
On his left leg, and that shin guard. He's a catcher. He's used to this stuff. Yeah, you know what? They slowed down the replay a little bit more. Last look that we just got, and I think it did hit the knob and then whacked his hand. Doesn't make him feel any better. So Kelly at the plate. The count is 2-2. Right-handed batter against the right-hander Boyle. Here's the pitch. Low and outside as Boyle misses with a slider. Full count. Moises Ballesteros on deck for the Cubs. The pitch. Kelly swings, pops it up. Foul out of play, just to the right of us. So the count remains full. 1-1 game, Cubs and Rays. Here with no one out in the top of the fifth. It's the rubber match. Cubs looking to win back-to-back games for the first time this season. Now the 3-2. Kelly swings, line drive, base hit down the left field line. This one rolls all the way to the wall. Kelly on his way to second base, gets there standing up. But that hand feels a lot better now.
Yeah, this pitch, breaking ball, stays up and out over the plate. Kelly didn't miss it. He hooks this ball down into the corner. Simpson has to go down and chase it. But a nice swing and a good start to this fifth inning for the Cubs.
Doubles by Cubs batters, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Reliable, comfortable, convenient. Southwest just makes sense. So Kelly represents the go-ahead run at second base. No one out here in the fifth. 1-1 game. Moises Ballesteros now at the plate. Left-handed batter. Boyle deals, and Ballesteros looks at a slider low. 1-0 the count. Ballesteros lined out hard to short his first time up. 0 for 1. Boyle looks at second. That's where Kelly is. He works his motion and deals. Outside to Ballesteros, 2-0.
Now for Ballesteros, you want to hook this ball right? I mean, you don't want to give up your at-bat. He's too valuable to do that, but you definitely want to hook this ball to at least advance Kelly, but he's trying to drive this running.
The 2-0. A big swing and a miss. A 98-mile-per-hour heater. 2-1.
And he was definitely trying to pull that pitch. I like that Ballesteros. He absolutely understands what his job is here. You want to drive in the run, but smoke one into the gap in right center. That'd be ideal.
The 2-1. This is high and outside with a fastball. That one clocked at 99 mph. So 3-1 with Ballesteros at the plate. Kelly at second base. No one out here in the top of the fifth.
This one could go a long way if he throws this ball in the middle.
Let's see what happens. Boyle deals, and he misses. But the Rays are going to challenge.
The ball call.
The pitch appeared to be high, just a tick outside. And
Ball's correct.
It's a ball.
Tampa Bay has
So
one down.
Ballesteros heads to first via the walk. And the Cubs now in business, men at first and second with no one out.
High breaking ball, and that's the thing. 3-1, and he goes with the slider. We were talking about that, you and I, earlier today before we went on the air. It's a great fastball, but when he needs a strike, he usually tries to go to that slider.
That ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Pitching coach Kyle Snyder on the mound, having a conversation with Boyle and the rest of the Rays infield. Walks by Cubs batters are sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Reminder, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. Home plate umpire Chad Whitson breaking up the mound meeting. He wants to keep the game moving. Dansby Swanson will dig in. 0 for 1 tonight, a ground out to third. Cubs threatening, men at first and second with no one out. Here in the top of the fifth. 1-1 game, the finale of a 3-game set here at Tropicana Field.
Okay, now the Rays doing something different. The corners are in, the middle infielders are playing a double play depth. They're wondering if Dansby is going to lay down a bunt.
The pitch is low.
I do not see the Cubs trying to bunt with Dansby at the plate, nor do you want to, do you think it's easy to bunt a guy throwing 98 and he's erratic?
Now the third baseman, Caminero, drops back. 1-0 the count. Swanson waits. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Sinking fastball along the outside corner near the bottom of the zone at 98 miles per hour.
Playing Dansby straight away and deep in center. One thing about Tampa, their outfielders have played very deep in this series.
The pitch. High and inside. Swanson leans back. 2-1. The first baseman, Aranda, playing in, but very wide of the first base bag with right-handed hitting Swanson at the plate. Boyle delivers. That one misses low. Sinking fastball, 3-1.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. See if Dansby gets a good one to hit here. This is probably going to be a slider, though.
Now the 3-1. There's a fastball way outside, ball 4. And now the Cubs have loaded the bases with no one out here in the fifth inning. And Michael Conforto will stand in.
Nobody warming up in the bullpen, but it's, like the Beehive just got hit. Everybody's standing in the bullpen, and so there's movement, and there goes the phone. There we go.
And Kevin Cash is... Here's the pitch to Michael Conforto. Deep right center field. Way back there in. The ball goes off the glove of the center fielder, DeLuca, at the wall. 1 run is in. Here comes Ballesteros to score. Swanson headed home. The throw squirts past the catcher, Fiducia, and Swanson's in. 3 runs come home, and the Cubs take the lead. 4-1 over the Rays. Conforto ends up at third base.
Now, this ball is really well struck, and we talk about how hard it is to hit a home run to the middle of the ballpark here. Conforto hits this ball to the top of the wall, just to the right field side of the hitting background. center fielder, DeLuca, goes up and slams into the wall but cannot make the catch. So it ends up being a double, and the throw in gets bobbled at second base, 2-run score, and then Dansby sees the throw get bobbled and scores on his own. Excellent job of base running by Dansby. Big swing of the bat for the Cubs and Conforto.
Matt Shaw at the plate and looks at a ball low and inside. Infield in, Conforto at third. The pitch. Clips the outside edge with a slider. So the count is 1-1.
I thought that had grand slam written all over it.
It was just off the tip of the glove of the center fielder, DeLuca, in right center. And the Cubs score 3 runs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Shaw. And they've given 2 errors on the play. E8 on the center fielder, DeLuca, saying that was a catchable ball as he slammed into the wall. E8. And then here's the pitch to Shaw. That's low and outside. Count is 2-2. And they've given an error on the relay throw home by Aranda that skipped past the catcher, Fiducia.
Yeah, that's. I think we need to find a new official scorekeeper. There we go. Yeah, okay. And he only threw the ball 250 feet and got an error.
Fouls it away.
I thought this was the big leagues. They do get gloves down there, right? Right? They have gloves, right? I'm just checking. Make sure I'm watching the same game everybody else is. Yeah,
so
that's
they
just.
Changed it. Now it's
just,
E9.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah, that just makes no sense at all to me.
Shaw taps it foul at the plate.
When an outfielder throws the ball from the warning track all the way to the infield and nobody tries to catch it, I mean, what are you supposed to do? You threw it where you're supposed to. They didn't try to catch it. It's not his fault.
Shaw looks at a ball low and outside. So the count is 3-2.
That just goes into like team error. You know what I mean? Like that's just nobody should get an error on that play personally, but that's just bad baseball.
The payoff pitch to Shaw. Pop fly, shallow right. Racing in is Fraley, and now being called off by the second baseman, Williamson, who makes the catch, angling toward the line. He whirls and fires it back home to hold Conforto at third. 1 away.
This is a very tough play going down the line. Conforto does not tag. He comes down the line. Kind of surprised he didn't try to tag. So did they gave 2 errors on that play?
They did.
Or just one?
From what I heard.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't put that in pen.
All right, keep it in pencil. Nico Horner at the plate. Here's the pitch. Nico swings and pops it foul out of play off to the right. 0-1.
I don't know why the shortstop and second baseman didn't try to catch the ball. It was like it was a hot potato. They didn't want to catch it.
Infield in, Conforto at third, 1 away. Horner waits. The pitch. Up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. So it should be a double for Conforto.
Yeah.
And a throwing error on Aranda. The pitch, ground ball, base hit, pass first, this'll roll all the way to the corner. Conforto's in. Horner digging for second, gets there. Ahead of the throw from the right fielder, Fraley. RBI double, Nico Horner. He's having a big game. Cubs up 5-1 here in the 5th.
Now Nico homers in the first to lead off the game to left, and now hits one inside the bag at first on a 2-seamer away and drives in another run, his second RBI of the ball game. Yeah, Nico it's like he's picking up where he left off last season with runners in scoring position.
So here is Michael Busch. Again, just 1 away here in the 5th. Cubs have scored 4 times. They've got a 5-1 lead. The pitch way outside to Busch, 1-0. Busch is 0 for 2. A ground out to short. Struck out swinging. Busch, powerful left-handed batter, still looking for his first home run. Boyle looks at second. That's where Nico is. The pitch. High and outside. 2-0. As Boyle misses with a slider. Boyle along set. Now the 2-0. This is high and outside. Another slider. 3-0 now with Bush at the plate.
It's got to be his last hitter, I would think. Boyle at 82 pitches, but he's very erratic right now.
And the 3-0. That's a cold strike. Fastball. 3-1.
Bushy taking all the way on 3-0.
That one's right at the top of the zone. Right-hander Hunter Biggie warming up in the Rays pen. 3-1 the count. Bush waits. And now the pitch. A tapper in front of the plate, picked up by the catcher Fiducia. His throw bounces in the foul territory off to the right, past first. Nico will come in. He scores. Bush stops at second, and the Cubs extend the lead, now 6-1 over the Rays here in the fifth.
Now we heard about some of the defensive woes for Tampa, and we're seeing it in this inning. Just they're working on it. You know, all before the game, they were working on defense. But you see it here where guys throwing to the wrong base, not in the right position. In this throw, way up the line. This wasn't even close. And Nico scores from second on the wild throw from the catcher.
That'll be all for Joe Boyle. Kevin Cash is going to make a pitching change for the Rays. What a fifth inning for the Cubs. They're up 6-1 over the Rays, scoring 5 times so far in the frame, only one away, and a man at second base in Bush with Alex Bregman due up. All the phone and pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. This is The Score in Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Right-hander Jonathan Schulten's now on the mound for Tampa Bay, making his season debut. Pitched in 2 games for the Rays last year. 0-1 with a 5.40 ERA. Alex Bregman at the plate. We're in the top of the fifth. Cubs with a 6-1 lead, just one away. Bush at second base. The pitch to Bregman is up high for ball 1. Cubs scoring 5 times so far here in this fifth inning. And they've gotten a lot of help from the Rays with walks and errors. A 1-0. Bregman takes a strike, a slider that clips the zone near the bottom along the outside edge.
Yeah, errors, defensive mistakes, being in the wrong position, on the cutoffs and relays. That was a big mistake and cost them a run and an extra base.
Bregman taps it foul, 1-2.
Those are the things that drive a manager crazy because you just did cutoffs and relays today at 3:00. I mean, just earlier today they were doing them, and then you get one in the game, and it's all set up just to throw the ball home, and you're all out of a line and you're all out of whack.
Bregman looks at a ball low and outside, slow-moving sweeper that missed.
What I mean by being out of a line, when the ball hits the wall like that and it's being thrown in from the outfield, you try as the middle infielders to line up to home plate back to back, and they were not lined up, and they were not back to back. It's the other thing. So then the ball went past the first guy and just rolled right into the infield, and that's just an absolute mistake, and that cost them a run. Dansby saw that. as a shortstop, you see that right away. He took advantage.
Bregman fouled back that last pitch. Count 2-2. The next pitch popped up right side, and this one is in the stands.
You ask how a right fielder could get an error throwing the ball from the warning track to the cutoff men. They both pulled their glove back not to catch it and let the ball bounce into the infield. How's that an error on the right fielder? I don't understand that.
The pitch. Big swing and miss by Bregman. Strike 3. 2 away. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, middays 10 a.m. to 2 on 104.3 The Score. This is the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Pete Crow Armstrong digs in. We're in the top of the 5th. Cubs with a 6-1 lead over the Rays. Here's the pitch. Crow Armstrong hits a high fly ball to right. It's playable for Fraley. Short of the track, comes in and makes the catch for out number 3. But what a fit for the Cubs. They score 5 times to take a 6-1 lead. We head to the last of the 5th on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi, it would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Hey, Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. 1 MVP numbers in light beer? That's Flight by Yuengling. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers? Padding stats with extra carbs and no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
Cubs leading the Rays 6-1 as we begin the bottom half of the 5th inning here at Tropicana Field. Colin Ray on the mound. The batter, the number 9 hitter, Taylor Walls, the Rays shortstop. Here's the first pitch. And this is a pop fly, shallow right, drifting back to second baseman Horner, calling everybody off. He makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at 1 price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Pitch by Ray to get the pop up here. Wednesday, April 22nd, Cubs will host the first ever Survivor Bundle Night. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive an adventure wrap and a Cubs Survivor 50 hat. Don't miss that offer.
Yandy Diaz waits, swings, and fouls it back, 0-2.
We got to make sure we get one of these Cubs Survivor 50 hats for Pat.
Yeah, he's all over it.
Yeah.
He's a Survivor winner. They'll give it to him. Now the 0-2. Low and outside to Diaz. Curve that missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ray a long set. The kick and pitch. High and tight to Diaz.
Diaz has probably seen about enough of that. He got hit in the hand with an up and in fastball. Now, obviously, They're trying to pitch him inside, a lot like Bregman's been getting pitched inside. Kelly gets pitched inside. Not to knock him down. It's just to throw strikes, and that's where you're pitching them. A couple pitches have gotten away from guys today.
Bouncing ball to third, ranging to his left. Bregman, he fields, sidearm throw to first in time, 2 away. Diaz was hit in last night's ball game, hit again earlier tonight. Rounds out there. 2 away, bottom 5, Cubs up 6-1 over the Rays. Bring up Jonathan Aranda. I asked Cubs media relations man John Steinmiller for clarification on the official scoring in the Conforto play. Here's what I got. The pitch to Aranda is a curveball that misses outside 1-0. So he tells me give Conforto a 2-run double.
Yeah, 2-run double, right.
And then there were 2 errors on the play.
Okay.
There's a strike to Aranda. And now I'm getting more clarification.
There should really only be 1 error.
Well, apparently Swanson scores on the error on the outfielder, the 1-1. And this is pop foul out of play off to the left by Aranda. And Conforto advanced to third on an error by Aranda on the throw home.
That part I get. The part where Aranda threw home, threw wide, and Conforto goes to third. That's the error that should be. But you can't give an error to a guy who threw the ball from the warning track to the infielders, and neither guy tries to catch the ball, and they just let it bounce into the infield. That's not on the right fielder. That's just bad defense by the middle infielders.
Very weird.
Yeah.
Either way, the Cubs scored 5 times in the frame.
Doesn't matter. Those runs are on the board, and the Cubs are way up.
Yep, 6-1 now with 2 away in the 5th. 1-2 the count. Ray deals. Aranda swings, and it's a fly ball to left. It's routine for Conforto, who makes the catch. Out number 3. Rays go down in order here in the 5th. 6-1 Cubs as we head to inning number 6 on the score. And Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
Want to rethink what's possible? How about being an investor? Not just in your future, but in the future. Well, it all starts with Invesco QQQ. For more than 25 years, this single ETF has given investors a direct line to the NASDAQ 100. That's 100 leading innovators behind advances in personal tech, science, and robotics, just to name a few. And you can access it all with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Our patient Mike had blood clots deep in his lungs that were putting his heart under major duress. Using a minimally invasive procedure pioneered by our team, we were able to clear them.
Top ranked in Illinois for heart and vascular by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Memorial Hospital used tiny balloons to widen the vessels in his lungs, the first in Illinois to master this breakthrough method.
As Mike's nurse, I'm proud to have helped him breathe freely again.
Northwestern Medicine, better.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Carson Kelly is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com.
All right, Zach, the Cubs put a high 5 on the board in inning number 5 and leads 6-1, trying to win this series. As we move to inning number 6, Carson Kelly started that barrage of a 5-run rally with a double into left. He leads off this 6th inning. Kelly dribbles it foul left side.
And let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning. Sponsored by Flight by Yingling. Next Generation Light Beer. That was some 5th. Some odd scoring in that. Didn't you think, partner?
Some wild plays.
Yeah, very much
Absolutely.
so. Yeah.
Here comes the 1-1. It's in there for a strike. Sometimes a play gets so bizarre that the official scorer says, I have to give an error to somebody.
Yeah.
Right? Because it looks sloppy.
Well, it just looks bad, but that doesn't mean a specific guy should
Line
get
toward
error.
the middle. Knocked down on a diving play by Williamson, but it's off his glove. It's a base hit for Carson Kelly. And let's see if that starts another rally as the Cubs lead 6-1 here in inning number 6. Tough error on the outfielder, though.
Oh, that's what I
made a decent throw.
If you're Fraley and you go, I hit the cutoff guy, I did my job, and they just acted like they didn't have a glove. And they just get out of the way of the ball. I didn't, that's a tough error on him.
And the middle infielders were right next to each other, neither one of them covering the second base bag.
Yeah. Well, the way the play should line up, the ball's in right center. The second baseman goes out for the relay. So the shortstop should be 10 to 15 feet behind him, right in line with home plate. They were not in line with home plate at all.
Moises Ballesteros takes low and inside.
They were way off, so then the ball comes bouncing, and it went bouncing towards second base because they were out of a line, and neither one of them tried to catch the ball, and it went right past them, and that's where it got to the first baseman, Aranda, and then he threw home, and he threw it wild.
It was a wild inning and a good inning for the Cubs. Hawk fly left field shallow over toward the line is Caminero, and the big man makes the catch, and that's going to be out number 1. Holding at first, Carson Kelly. Ballesteros retired, and the batter, Dansby Swanson. No game tomorrow. The Pirates will be at Wrigley all weekend long. Go to Cubs.com for ticket info. Looking forward to watching that young Connor Griffin play. He's very tall, 6'4", 6'5". He plays shortstop. He's from Mississippi. He's very athletic. I've seen some video of him, Ron. There is a chopper foul. He can really fly.
Yeah, it'll be something to see him. Now, I don't think the Cubs hitters are all that upset that they're not going to see Skeens, but, that was the first thing we looked at when we got to the booth today. We're looking at pitching matchups at home, and you said we're not going to see Skeens.
Swanson and the Cubs batting here in inning number 6, leading 6-1. Out hitting Tampa 5-2. Tampa has made 3 errors in this game. Swanson has walked and grounded out. Dansby takes high for a ball. And the count 1-2. Swanson with a dramatic dive into home plate. Earlier, dust all over the front of his uniform. Short laid by Kelly over at first. And Dansby swings and comes up empty, and that's going to be out number 2.
Spiegel at home talk Cubs baseball on Chicago Sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score in the Odyssey app. And I will say this, living in downtown Chicago, The Score being on FM is just a great thing for everybody around the area. Listening to the clarity of the station, it is awesome. And I'm glad we are on FM, that's for sure.
Michael Conforto had the game's big blow. A double off the wall in right center with the bases loaded. 3 runs actually scored on the play. I believe they gave him 2 runs batted in. Here's a pitch low and inside for a ball.
Yep, that is correct. 2 runs batted in, and then the 3rd run scored on the error.
Second straight game that the bottom of the order is making a major offensive contribution. Conforto waits now for the 1-1 pitch from Schultens. Swinging a foul right side. Conforto, though, had a couple of hits last night. He was on base 4 times. You have a game like that, Ron, it settles you down. And then you're ready to play some ball the next day.
Yeah, no, his swing, he's right on time now. We saw that last couple days. He, even his outs, he's hitting the ball on the button. That ball he hit, that ball's a home run in a lot of ballparks that he hit. That could have been a grand slam. He was about 1.5 feet short of a grand slam.
Fastball up and away to Michael Conforto. 2 down, a runner at first. We'll get the attendance here shortly. This is a big crowd and many, many Cub fans. More than half of the audience comprised of Cub fans, I am sure. Swinging a dribbler foul toward first. Javier Assad last night gave the Cubs a huge lift as the starting pitcher. Colin Ray doing a nice job tonight so far. 5 innings, just 1 run allowed. And the next offering. That's going to be off the inside corner. So traveling time, full count, 2 down. Take a look at a little baseball history as we move along. This date in baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Check swing. That's going to be strike 3. Conforto is gone, and so are the Cubs. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It remains the Cubs 6 and Tampa 1. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for some Cubs talk to start your day. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other when choosing a truck. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything. That's GMC Sierra. We are professional grade. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation Crew Cab models with a Turbo Max engine. That's an average finance savings of $49.49. Combine it with $1,350 engine credit plus $1,750 bonus cash to get over $8,000 in total value. Plus, get $3,500 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your local GMC dealer today. Available on 2.7-liter Turbo Max engines. Length of contract limited. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers will not qualify. Savings based on bank rate of 5.22%. Must show proof of ownership and trade in a 2012 model year or newer vehicle. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 4/30/26.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill up. Plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Colby Milner, the long-legged left-hander for the Cubs, in the pitch in the bottom of this 6th inning. Excellent start by Colin Ray. Gave up 1 run in 5 strong innings. It is his game to win. Now Milner makes his first delivery. The side-arming lefty misses down low to the left-handed batting Jake Fraley. Pitching changes for the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Next offering is a strike. That's the idea. You want to throw strikes now. You've got a 5-run lead. If they're going to come back, make them earn the comeback. And the 1-1. Breaking ball just outside. Bregman well off the line at third, about 30 feet from the third base bag. And he backs up a little bit. 2-1. Here's the pitch on the way. Pulled on the ground sharply, foul past first. This date in baseball history, Ron, 1974. Hard to believe it has been 52 years ago tonight. The great Henry Aaron passed Babe Ruth on the all-time home run list as the leader with number 715. It came against the Dodgers. It was Atlanta's home opener down at, I think they called it Fulton County Stadium at that time.
Yep.
And I wrote down a note here as I was thinking about that home run. I saw it live. I think Most people my age did see it live. It has to be considered. I have most famous home run of all time with a question mark. It has to be, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's no doubt. Yep.
And a sidearm fastball is high to Fraley.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
Cubs are challenging that call. So
fast.
Fraley's starting to walk up the line. Let's see if that's a strike. That's a strike, and that's strike three.
Strike three.
And a very good challenge by Carson Kelly. Nicely done, Carson.
Yeah, that pitch, a little cross-fired fastball right on the outside corner. Kelly with a great catch, and this ball flips the corner. But yeah, most famous home run of all time. Yeah, right.
One away, and here's Junior Caminero batting. Cubs lead 6-1. And I'm trying to think, what would the other candidates be? Here's a bouncer to a charging Swanson at short, gloves it, running through to first to get him. Caminero not running real hard down the line, and that's out number 2.
I think there'd be famous ones, but I just don't think any of them rank even in the vicinity of that, right? I mean, that's history in our game that's, nobody thought would ever be broken. There's been great home runs hit in the World Series. Fisk, Joe Carter, Robbie Thompson. There's been some great, some massive shots that, it's off the top of my head real quick, but can you think of another home run that even comes close to the Hank Aaron home run?
I'm trying to think of them. No, I nothing really comes to mind. There are milestone homers, 600, 700. Fly ball to left center. Pete Crow Armstrong is going to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Of course, there was your home run against Randy Johnson. We'll bring that up later on.
That was historic, all right.
Nothing across for Tampa. We go to inning number 7. It's the Cubs 6 and the Rays 1. This is The Score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Right now, for a limited time, lease the Hyundai Kona for only $179 a month. See your local Hyundai dealer or visit HyundaiUSA.com today. Offers end April 30th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Wendy's new Biggie Deals lets you choose whatever you're in the mood for. It's like a music mixing board of deals, and you're the producer. Go with some chill folk music with a JBC in the $4 Biggie Bite snack. Try the drum and bass of deals with a double stack in the $6 Biggie bag. Or go full-on sandwich symphony with an $8 Biggie bundle, the grand finale of snacking. And the best part? They all come with napkins. $4, $6, and $8 Biggie Deals how you want them at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
Southwest Airlines is the official airline of your Chicago Cubs. And you can bet your sweet Cubbies we fly to their away games. Hint, hint.
Top of the 7th here at Tropicana Field. It's the Cubs with a 6-1 lead over the Rays. The 7th inning is sponsored by the Volvo XC90. Room for everyone, ready for wherever the road takes you. Pat?
Matt Shaw will lead off this 7th inning for the Cubs. Cubs on top 6-1, trying to win this series and get home with a split through Cleveland and Tampa. Cubs lost a tough 2 out of 3 series to the Guardians. We were talking about famous home runs, and Henry Aaron hit number 715 on this date in 1974. Bill Mazeroski had the World Series winner in 1960. Joe Carter, 1993, I believe, for Toronto against the Phillies. And then there was the great home run chase of 1998, Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire. But now it seems a little bit less famous than it was at that time, or noteworthy. Fly ball to shallow left center, racing in. Simpson makes the running catch, and that's going to be out number 1. At the time, those home runs seemed kind of legitimate.
Yeah.
McGuire breaking Roger Maris' single-season home run record. We were in St. Louis the night that he did it. Some of Sammy's home runs felt very dramatic at that time. But again, I think in the years that have followed, they don't seem quite as special.
Right.
Do you agree?
Yeah, no, I would agree totally. I think. Hello, there we go. I got a little glitch in the microphone there. That's always a good feeling.
Nico Horner. Horner's having a big night. Nico hitting leadoff, has homered and doubled. He has scored twice and driven in 2. And the pitch on the way to Nico Horner. And he'll take just outside for a ball.
Did you notice my partner just slid right on past the old glitch in the microphone? It didn't even faze him a bit.
He's a Hall of Famer.
That's Hall of Fame written all over it, boy, I'm telling you.
I didn't even notice.
I'm going that good, am I?
You tapping on it. I thought you were practicing your drums. Here's a swing and a foul off to the right, out of play. Mark Miller is our engineer.
How do you think he's feeling back there?
Not that it's Mark's fault that the microphone wasn't working. I didn't want to imply that.
I did.
Well, if you then, I'll go along with you then. Here's the 2-2. Line to right center, another base hit for Nico. All of a sudden, he's a triple shy of a cycle, and he could get it. He'll get at least one more at-bat in this game, I think. If I can do the arithmetic, well, it's not a guarantee, but there's a strong likelihood that he will.
If you are a hitting coach or you are a coach with young kids and you want to teach how to hit, take that last swing that Nico just hit a slider down and away and tape that and then show that to every kid that you have that you're working with. That was perfect.
Inside to Bush. What were the things you liked about it?
The pitch is a slider in a good location down and away, outside corner at the knees. He goes to right center. He lets the ball carry deep, and then he just drops the head of the bat on it and drives it right over to the second baseman's head. If you just can't teach it any better than what he just did.
Bush takes a strike, 1-1 on Michael. Bush 0 for 3 in the game, grounded out, struck out and reached on an error. Cubs leading 6-1, inning number 7. And the pitch, bouncing ball, broken bat to second base. Williamson to Walls, 1 over to first, double play. The pitcher ducking out of the way because the barrel with a jagged edge flew over the mound. Everyone's okay, but the inning ends on a 4-6-3 double play. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Cubs 6, Tampa 1. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering every Cubs game all season long, Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, middays 10-2 on 104.3 The Score.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM
Chicago weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com. Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
A reminder that all reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Pitching change for the Cubs. Ben Brown is the new man on the mound. Big, tall, strong, hard-throwing right-hander. Likeable young man. Ben Brown fires high and inside for a ball. Pitching changes by the Cubs, brought to you by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Cubs are off tomorrow. The Pirates are at Wrigley Friday afternoon at 1:20. Go to Cubs.com for ticket info. 3 straight day games at the friendly confines. Ben Williamson leads off the inning. He hits a ground ball to first. Tough play, scooped up by Bush. Feeds Brown, coming over on the bag. Nice play. That took a tricky little bounce on Michael Bush. He was playing well off the line. He was able to negotiate the hop and get the ball to Brown on the bag.
And Pat, the first out, sponsored by Xfinity, reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Here is Hunter Fiducia. Fiducia has lined out and drawn a base on balls. Brown, one of those guys that always works from the stretch. His first pitch fouled away, 0-1. Take a look at a little baseball history on this date. 1993, Carlos Baerga of the Indians. He was a good ball player. He became the first big leaguer ever to homer from both sides of the plate in the same inning, which really is quite amazing when you think about it, Ron.
Mm-hmm.
What are the odds that a guy would hit 2 homers in an inning, and one would be right-handed and the other would be left-handed?
How about that? He could play. Baerga was a good player. Good defense, good offense.
Now, Mark Bellhorn for the Chicago Cubs homered from both sides of the plate in the same inning, and that was in 2002, and Bellhorn was the first in National League history to do it. Baerga the first in Big League history to do it. That was in 2002 up at Milwaukee, as I recall. Mark Bellhorn, good ball player. Speaking of guys hitting from both sides of the plate, here's a swing and a miss. Hunter Fiducia is out number 2 on a good breaking ball by Ben Brown. Cubs leading 6-1. How about Bill Miller, former Cub, one of your former teammates, had grand slams from both sides of the plate in one game. That's amazing.
That really is. I'll tell you what, everything is good after that game. Right?
And then, of course, Fernando Tatis is in a category all by himself and probably will remain for a long time. 2 grand slams in one inning.
Yeah, how about that?
In a big league game.
Against the same guy.
Chan Ho Park.
My old teammate. How about being in there long enough in one inning to give up 2 grand slams?
We'll get back to it in a minute, Ron. Fly ball to center. It's caught by PCA, and the inning is over. Ben Brown works a 1-2-3. It's on to inning number 8. Cubs 6, Tampa 1. This is The Score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. It's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. My best advice to you when hiring a lawyer for your injury case is simple. If you know court personnel, ask them who they'd hire. They know. If you know an insurance adjuster, ask them. They know. And then ask them about us. Ask them about Morgan & Morgan. They know. I look forward to talking to you soon. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm for the people.
Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
Hi, I was wondering what you could do for my small business.
Tons. Have time to talk?
Not much. We're in a 30-second radio ad.
Oh, I'll get straight to the point then. Our solutions are customized for small businesses. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Outstanding. Wow.
Yeah. So, ever been in an ad before?
Nope. How do I look?
Good. But we're on the radio, remember?
Right. Hi, Mom.
Customized small business banking from Old National Bank. Member FDIC. Get old.
Emerging from winter hibernation, get your hair ready for spring at Great Clips. The skilled stylists at your local Great Clips salon are ready to create the cut you want for less. And with convenient online check-in, you can put your name on the list from your phone and enjoy the sunshine while you wait. So download the app and get ready for spring with a great haircut at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Southwest Airlines is the official airline of your Chicago Cubs, and you can bet your sweet Cubbies we fly to their away games. Hint, hint.
Cubs up 6-1 here, top of the 8th inning. And this 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. Patrick, that's Cars with a K, just in case you want to know. Yeah, that's Cars.
Just in case you want to know, I was just rehearsing there in the background and trying to stay sharp for these final 2 innings of this ball game.
Top of your game. That's right.
Alex Bregman will lead it off and take outside for a ball. Bregman is 0 for 3. Crow Armstrong to follow, and then Carson Kelly. The big inning for the Cubs, inning number 5, when they scored a high 5, and they lead 6-1. Nothing quite like live broadcasting.
Oh, I prove it every day.
And now the 2-1 on the way by the big right-hander, Schultens. Schultens does have a first name. I didn't want you thinking he was like Prince or Madonna. Oh, I'm aware that his name is Jesse. Charlemagne.
Ooh, wow.
Here comes the 3-1. And it's in there for a strike.
Did Popeye have a last name?
The Sailor Man.
Eighth inning comes on top 6-1.
Thank God.
And now the 3-2 pitch on the way. It's in there for a call, strike 3. Bregman didn't think it was a strike.
The batter challenged.
He taps his helmet as if to say, let's challenge that call. He thought it was down low, and it was. Good eyes for Alex Bregman. He's had that reputation, Ron, of having a very sharp and keen batting eye, and he exhibited it right there.
Yeah, that's the fastball down, and he has it down the whole way. So good at bat for Bregman to get on base.
It's a little clumsy to say that phrase, exhibited it. If you try to say it real fast, it really sounds funny. Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate, and he will hit a smash to second. One hop, gloved by Williamson, go to second, one over to first. Double play. Can't hit a ball much harder than Pete did, but it's a twin killing. 2 down, nobody on 8th inning. Cubs lead 6-1, and the batter, Carson Kelly.
Yeah, that ball's smoked. Pete, the cleanup hitter, sponsored by Chicagoland's appliance leader, Grand Appliance. Get your all-star Frigidaire kitchen today, grandappliance.com.
Please stay tuned for the naming of the Toast of the Game ball player, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. That is coming up a little bit later on. As in the 9th inning, we are in the 8th. Cubs in good shape, leading by 5. Kelly hits a drive to center. It will not carry. DeLuca camping underneath it. Slaps the leather on it. That ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Cubs 6, Rays 1 on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi Harris and Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Plumbing emergency? Chicagoland depends on Plumbers 911. Licensed professional local 130 plumbers are available 24/7 for fast, reliable help. Call 833-PLUM-911. Local 130 plumbers get the job done right the first time.
In baseball, the numbers are pretty simple. 4 bases, 3 outs, 2 teams, 1 winner. Well, my friends at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha make the numbers pretty simple, too. With the latest incentives and a great selection of new and pre-owned models, Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha will knock it out of the park. And they'll never inflate their prices based on availability. Take the short drive north and visit your one-stop shop for everything Subaru, Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Shop online 24/7 at ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com.
Benny's goes to the dogs. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. Here's toasting to man's best friend. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs.
It's hard to imagine buying anything more important than your future home.
I know the place is empty, but do you hear that?
It sounds like Thanksgiving.
What about that puppy?
Let's do this.
With a mortgage from Consumers Credit Union, you get a super helpful team, low fees, and rates so great they make dreams come true. Consumers Credit Union, the people in your corner. Consumers Credit Union is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 692733. Federally insured by NCUA.
You'll score big with everyday deals at Suits 2020 in Niles. From men's suits and formal wear to sports and casual wear. Suits 2020. We're more than just amazing suits.
The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Around the National League Central, right now, bottom of the 6th inning, Miami leading Cincinnati 6-4. It was Boston over Milwaukee 5-0. Sonny Gray, 6 1/3 innings of scoreless baseball to improve to 2-0. Cardinals beat the Nationals 6-1. Alec Burleson had 3 hits and drove in 3. The Padres an 8-2 victory over the Pirates. Nick Castellanos a 2-run double. Pat?
All right, Zach, thank you. Bottom of the 8th inning here in Tampa. Cubs lead 6-1. Ben Brown working on Taylor Walls. Walls is 0 for 2 as he takes low and inside for ball 1. The next offering fouled away. We're going to name the toast of the game, or more accurately, Ron Coomer will be presenting the toast of the game ball player, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. That's coming up in the 9th inning. Got some candidates for this one, that's for sure.
Yeah, sure do.
The 1-1 is in there for a called strike.
Now, I just looked right at the end of the last inning. Without looking at the scoreboard, how many hits do you think we have tonight?
7.
Yeah, very close, 6. I thought we had more hits than that. But, I mean, you know, we've had guys on base. Guys have had great at-bats. Some mistakes on defense.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. A big overhand breaking ball strikes out Walls. 1 away, and the batter, Yandy Diaz.
First out of the inning, that was sponsored by Xfinity, reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
But thinking about the job Colin Ray did tonight and the job that Javier Assad did last night, Ron, 2 guys that were not in the original starting rotation for the Cubs this season, really came up big and pitched great baseball.
Yeah, they really did. You know, both guys. Get you into, you know, deeper into the game. Cubs offense doing their job both nights.
The 1-0 is fouled at the plate. And how about this crowd? 20,483, but the number of Cub fans must outnumber Tampa fans at least 2-1 and maybe as much as 4-1.
Yeah.
Because I was off during the 5th inning when the Cubs rallied. If you had your eyes closed, you might have thought you were at Wrigley Field with the reaction of the fans.
No, I agree, yeah. I would absolutely agree.
Fouled away by Diaz. And that is never something to take for granted, having that kind of fan support when you're the visiting team. I think that's important, too.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a little bit lonely, a little bit intimidating when you go to certain ballparks, like, say, Yankee Stadium or Dodger Stadium, just to name a couple, Fenway Park, St. Louis, Busch Stadium. When you've got some of your fans there, that can make a difference, a big difference, I think. Chopper to short, gloving it is Swanson. Throws to first, out number 2. Tampa has not had a base runner in this game since the 4th inning. We have 2 outs in the 8th, and the batter is Jonathan Aranda.
And I think the guys, our pitching staff has done a very good job, in these last 2 ball games against this core of their lineup that, top 4 hitters, that's where their big thunder comes from. And, so far they've done a very good job here through, should say 7 2/3 innings. We still got an inning to go, but last 2 days they've done a very good job.
Here's the next offering. It's taken high, and the count now 1-1. Now the set. And the pitch by Brown to Aranda. Fly ball, shallow left. That's going to be off the glove of a sliding Conforto. It's going to be a base hit. I think Conforto lost that ball in the lights. The way he went overrun, he wasn't running as fast as I thought he might be. I don't think he saw it completely. What do you think?
Well, it's that low line drive in the light banks here at Tropicana Field. They go around. There's not an actual bank, but they go around the stadium behind home plate, and they can definitely get in the way, on certain that low line drive. And I think you're probably right.
It's a base hit for Aranda. Fraley the batter. Jake Fraley, 0-for-2 in the game. Takes outside, ball 1. Now Brown comes back to the plate. This one is pulled foul down the right field line and back out of play. I was looking at a quote from Al Downing, who gave up the home run that we mentioned by Henry Aaron, the record setter that allowed Henry to pass the Babe. And I knew Al Downing a little bit. I met him in the press box a few times. He did some broadcasting. Very nice man. This pitch is in the dirt. It's going to be a wild pitch. But he said, I never say 7:15 anymore. Now I say it's 7:15. I've heard enough of 7:15.
Yeah. Kelly going out to the mound to talk to Brownie here a little bit. Might be part of Kelly taking that ball off the wrist too, but
1987 on this date. Indian pitchers Phil Niekro and Steve Carlton combined to beat the Blue Jays, making it the first time in big league history that 2 300-game winners pitched for the same team in the same game. Phil Niekro and Steve Carlton. Now the pitch on the way. Looper into shallow left. It's going to be in there for a base hit. This will drive in a run as the throw comes toward the plate. Now the throw will not be made to second. And Tampa has scored. If Conforto had to do it again, he would just throw the ball to second base there. You do not want guys to get into scoring position here. It's now a 6-2 ball game on the single by Jake Fraley.
Yeah, knuckle curveball starts out away, ends up middle of the plate, and Fraley just serves it to left field. Nice piece of hitting. He drives in the second run of the ball game for Tampa.
And here is Junior Caminero. Now you want to keep the ball in the park as he takes down low. Activity will crank up in the Cub bullpen down the left field line. This game is not over yet. The Cub lead is 6-2. Caminero without a hit, but he is always dangerous. The pitch on the way to the big man. He swings and misses. He does not get cheated on his hacks. $20,000 looking on, most of them Cub fans. Caminero swings at a vanishing breaking ball. Whatever that pitch was, I would double up on it and throw it again.
Yeah, if you remember in a big situation earlier in the ball game, Ray threw them all breaking balls. And I think that's exactly what he's going to get here is another hook.
Right-hander to right-hander, big man against big man. And the 1-2 from Ben Brown. Swinging a foul out of play. Well, I see that you are the closest in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. You guessed 21,000. Just a little bit above the actual figure of 20,483. I thank Benny's for being our great sponsor. Swing and a miss, strike three. He struck him out, and Caminero got fooled badly on that breaking ball in the dust. Tampa gets one. They leave one. We go to inning number 9. Cubs 6, Rays 2. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Alex Bregman. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
All my life, my mom sacrificed for our family. So when she needed a liver transplant and I learned I was a match, I didn't hesitate to be her donor. Northwestern Medicine made the process seamless for both of us, including speaking to my mom in Spanish.
Top 10 in the nation for transplant volume, Francisco's living donor team removed part of his liver for his mom's transplant. Northwestern Medicine has saved the most lives through organ transplant in Illinois and its surrounding states. Northwestern Medicine. Better. Learn more at nm.org/transplant.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Come see what's happening in Greater Des Moines, where every weekend feels like an event. The nationally ranked Downtown Farmers Market, the iconic Iowa State Fair, the award-winning Des Moines Arts Festival, and Hinterland, one of the Midwest's can't-miss music festivals. Add in an iCubs game, a tenderloin as big as home plate, and a few surprises along the way, and suddenly your trip is whatever you want it to be. Des Moines, it's a trip. Make it yours at CatchDesMoines.com. Cubs fans, it's Pat Hughes. To ensure that your business goals get across home plate, consider relocating to the Village of Bedford Park. Learn more at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Top of the 9th at Tropicana Field. It's the Cubs 6, Rays 2. The 9th inning is sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Pat?
Schultens is still pitching. Jesse Schultens came in during the 5th inning, and he has been in there ever since. Cubs on top 6-2. Ballesteros in this game. 0 for 2 with a base on balls. He did score a run in that 5-run 5th inning rally, which is the difference in the game. A couple more notes on baseball history. April the 8th, 1969. I've heard Ron Santo talk about this game a lot of times. Willie Smith on opening day had a pinch hit 2-run homer in the 11th inning as the Cubs beat the Phillies 7-6 at Wrigley Field. A wild opening day game. Ground ball, base hit to right. Ballesteros gets a knock to lead off this 9th inning. See if the Cubs can break the game wide open. They lead 6-2, and here is Swanson.
Ballesteros gets his pitch inside. He hammers this ball in a hole on the right side. You'd love to see him really get heated up.
But I've heard that on video with Jack Brickhouse on television play-by-play and Vince Lloyd on Cubs radio for that Willie Smith home run. Both guys made great calls. And it was good to get to know both Jack Brickhouse and Vince Lloyd once I joined the Cubs broadcasting crew, and they could not have been nicer to me and more encouraging. Check swing bouncer back to the mound. The throw goes to second. They get one, and that's all. Fielder's choice. Swanson safe at first. Didn't mean to swing. Those at-bats are kind of annoying.
Yeah, they really are.
You check your swing and
dribble it back to the pitcher. Then you got to run to first.
You just feel like you got cheated.
Yeah, you definitely did. Yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah.
But you got only yourself to blame, really.
Yeah, I mean, the mirror is a tough one. Yeah.
Here's Michael Conforto. Conforto has the game's big blow. He came through in fine fashion in the fifth inning, a 3-run double with the bases loaded. And that came in the fifth, and then he would score a run himself. And you can hear that highlight and others on the postgame show. Zach Zaidman preparing that postgame show even as we speak. That's the Old National Bank Cubs radio postgame show, the official bank of the Chicago Cubs radio network. The 2-0 outside for a ball. Cubs lost the opener in this series. 6-4, came roaring back to win 9-2 last night. And lead by 4 in the ninth inning tonight, trying to win the series. Conforto looks at a strike. 10 for ID. This is The Score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs radio network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams. We are 104.3 The Score, WSCR, WSCR-FM and HD1 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs radio network.
And the pitch to Conforto hit sharply foul past first. Bill Miller, first base umpire, doing two things at once, getting out of the way of the ball, that's first, yeah, and then calling it foul.
Counts asked him afterwards, can he challenge Bill Miller? Was none too pleased.
It looked like he did make the right call.
Yeah. Sometimes, you ask just because, just to see the reaction you can get.
Conforto waits for the 3-2 pitch, and he hits it foul out of play. As an umpire, your job is to make decisions. Fair, foul, strike, ball. But there's also the fact that you're a human being, and you start thinking of self-preservation when balls are hit in your area that seem to have some sting on them. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3, and Conforto is out number 2. Matt Shaw coming up.
Catch of the game tonight, that's sponsored by Catch Des Moines. That play was a real trip, and so is Des Moines. It's a trip. Make yours at CatchDesMoines.com.
The State Fair is really going to be a trip in Des Moines this summer.
Oh, yeah.
Don't miss it on the Cubs radio network. Here's a looper into shallow left center, a base hit. Racing around second, going to third is Dansby Swanson. Matt Shaw has the base hit. And you can hear the Cub fans in attendance as Nico Horner steps in. Now, he needs a triple for a cycle. That's many times the elusive part of the quartet run. That triple is always, it seems like it's almost always the last one.
Yep. Well, Nico bangs one in this right center gap or deep in that left center gap. That he's got a chance at one, that's for sure.
Here's the pitch on the way, and he hits a high fly ball, shallow right. Fraley coming in, the right fielder makes the catch to end the inning. Cubs don't score. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Time to fasten those seatbelts. It's the Cubs 6 and Tampa 2. This is The Score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs radio network.
Cubs talk on your ride home. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Coom here. Baseball's been around a long time, since the 1800s when pitchers threw underhand. You know what's been around even longer? Yingling. Yingling started brewing in 1829. People were drinking a cold Yingling before baseball even existed. No box scores, no seventh-inning stretches, just great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So next time you're at a ballpark, grab a Yingling Traditional Lager, because just like baseball, legends stand the test of time. Yingling is proud to be the official beer of the Cubs radio network.
DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Man, with these Bosch lasers, I can knock out the job.
You tell him, champ.
Who are you?
I'm your inner Bosch.
My inner...
Bosch, baby. I'm that feeling you get when you got a job on the ropes.
Like a window install?
One you're about to knock out with Bosch lasers.
Oh.
More like KO, am I right?
Was that a punchline?
Sure was, Laser Man.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch. What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Dear Spring, ready to get your adrenaline pumping? Toyota's got 26 vehicles available with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Any accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
Zach, it's time for us to name the Toast of the Game ball player, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. Ron Coomer, I believe that is your area to name the Benny's Toast of the Game ball player. Okay. As the ninth inning is underway. Hunter Harvey pitching for the Cubs. Chandler Simpson batting. Took a strike and now takes one down low. Who do you like?
I think we got to go with Nico Horner tonight, right? 3 hits, just a triple shy of the cycle. But the leadoff home run got the game off and running for the Cubs in a real positive way. Then he doubled in another run, singled. So Nico with a really nice game today.
Line drive, base hit to left. Leadoff single for Chandler Simpson.
So Nico will be our Toast of the Game ball player by Benny's.
Good choice, Nico. Every time you looked up, he was hitting the ball hard somewhere tonight. And he did something that will never go out of style. He led off the game as a visiting player with a home run. The runner goes. Wow, the pitch is outside. It's a stolen base for Chandler Simpson. That's a little bit of a risky move, but if you can make it, I guess it's okay. But his team down by 4 kind of surprised me.
Yeah, you got to make it if you're going to go. He's, one of the fastest guys in all of baseball.
Williamson waiting, and he'll take a ball outside.
He stole over 100 bases last season. That was in the minor leagues.
Daniel Palencia starting to throw in the bullpen just in case. The runner goes, the pitch low, throw to third base, and they got it. Beautiful throw by Kelly. Bregman puts the tag on him. And Ron, I know he's got great speed and he's a wonderful base stealer, but to try to steal a bag in the 9th inning with your team down by 4 runs, trying to steal third, I just don't think that's very good baseball.
No, it's bad baseball. And that's the thing about tonight is
Tampa's challenging the out call at third base.
And then they're going to challenge this just because they got a challenge left and we're in the bottom of the 9th, but he's out.
Yeah.
He's out at third base.
Out.
Yep. But to your point, this is not good baseball. You can't make outs on the bases when you're down by 4 runs. You just can't do that.
Beautiful throw by Kelly. Easy play for Bregman. Bregman just caught the ball and dropped the glove on the head first sliding
After
Simpson.
review, the call in the field is confirmed.
Call on the
The
field
runner
is
is out.
confirmed. The batter is out.
Tampa will lose their challenge.
1 away.
Well, those are just things when you're in the dugout and you're a manager, you just got to shake your head and go, we just can't be making mistakes like that.
Ben Williamson with a 1-2 count dribbles it toward third, foul. It hit his own foot in the batter's box, which made the ball dead immediately.
Tough play of the game, sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. I don't know if that last play was very tough, but it was a great throw by Carson Kelly right on the money to get Simpson, and that's just not good baseball, what we just saw there. And Tampa's had a rough game tonight when it comes to just doing fundamental things right.
Down low, 2-2. Managerial challenge and instant replays. Whenever they take a second look, a second opinion is always a good idea. I've heard you say that many times, Ron.
It's a good idea.
Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Two and two on Ben Williamson. Cubs 2 outs away from winning this 3-game series. A day off tomorrow. The Pirates at Wrigley on Friday afternoon. Fouled away. A good fastball in on his hands. Valencia casually getting ready in the bullpen. It's probably a case where Craig Counsell would be okay if he does not have to use Danny today. Here's a bouncer back to the mound. This is going to be out number 2. Hunter Harvey lobs to first. And just like that, the Rays are down to their last chance. Hunter Fiducia coming up for a pinch batter.
That's good. Pitching ahead, throwing strikes. That's an outstanding job by Harvey.
Fiducia to bat for himself. Cub fans are standing. And the pitch, curve strike. Please stay tuned. Zach's postgame show will follow. Scores and highlights. A big highlight, that 3-run double by Michael Conforto in the 5th. Bouncer foul toward first. I guess he actually got 2 RBIs, and then the 3rd run scored on an error on that play. It's the Old National Bank Cubs radio postgame show with Zach Zaidman. Now the fans really making some noise. Swing and a foul back. Cubs 6, Tampa 2. 9th inning, bases empty. No balls and 2 strikes.
Fans all over the stadium in Cubs attire, all standing.
Fouled away again. That really is special. I thought last night when Javier Assad walked off and you heard 20,000 fans standing and giving him encouragement and appreciation for the great job he did. That was a great moment. Swing and a miss. It's all over. Cubs win the ball game. Hunter Harvey strikes out the last man. Hunter Fiducia struck out by Hunter Harvey. It's time to fly the W, sponsored by Southwest Airlines.